Hey everyone. Um, I am only going to have two videos this week because I am in class all week and it is a very busy week for me. But I wanted to do another week of breath prayers. So this one's for everyone, but particularly for adults. So it says, this past week we've heard a lot about breath. In the news, there's been talk about both the spread of disease by breath and the importance of respecting the life and breath of all of humanity. The Greek word for breath is pneuma, and so the Holy Spirit is called the pneuma, the breath of God, which is giving the followers of Jesus power. On Pentecost, which was this past Sunday, we celebrated the presence of the Holy Spirit who is in the world, working as the breath of God today. So with all this talk about breath, we need to stop and think. How will we use the breath we have? I mean both the physical breath and the Holy Spirit present with each of us. How will we use our words, our bodies, our lives to glorify God, to bring about the kingdom of heaven, and to show the world what it means to follow Jesus? Let us all seek to determine how God would have us use the breath we have been given. As we do this, let us practice some breath prayers as a way to focus on how we will use our breath as a time of quiet spent with God in the midst of some rather turbulent times in this world. So if you remember, breath prayers are a single line of prayer, repeating with calm and intentional breathing. The point is to use the time to become more aware of God's presence with us, the Holy Spirit near as the air that we breathe. In this case, we will use our breathing in to contemplate the things that are not of God, and we will use our breathing out to signify and remind ourselves of the transformation that God works in us and others by the Spirit. May we use the breath we have been given to glorify God in all we do. These are just a few breath prayers, but I encourage you to stop and repeat these several times if you wish. I also encourage you to revisit these at any time in the week upcoming if you have need. Okay, so as we start, I would suggest finding a place where you can be quiet, if only for a few minutes, and a place where you feel at peace. Okay? So, you ready? We will breathe in injustice and suffering, and we will breathe out God's love. We will breathe in intolerance and violence, and we will breathe out God's forgiveness. We will breathe in fear, and we will breathe out peace. We will breathe in torn relationships, and we will breathe out connection. Thank you guys. I hope that you have found that helpful. I hope you have found that peaceful in the midst of these very turbulent times we've got going on. And I hope that it's giving you some things to think about and a ways to connect to God as you contemplate those things. Miss you all.